Don't forget sunscreen, a big hat to block off all that sun, and water on your Greece excursions. Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my travel to Greece. This temple is such a beautiful place lined with gold. Every day we walked to the center and we passed this temple. This was in walking distance, like less than 2 minutes away from the hotel that we stayed, which was the Hermes in Athens, right in the city, right in the town we stayed. We walked everywhere. The journey started where we started to do some excursions, and this was us traveling to head to the Acropolis for an 8:30 a.m. tour. Listen, the road them agree small, them tiny, them liquor like Jamaica 2 lane. Yeah, the car them liquor, the road them liquor. Acropolis in itself is a whole vibe. It is such a beautiful place. The artwork, the sights, everything was like on point. The views, oh my god, is another thing. The temple, the stone, the marble, everything. Listen, it was beautiful. The sun, let me tell you something, there's a hill to get up to the Acropolis. If you don't like walking, then don't even attempt, because no vehicle can go up that hill. It's a little narrow hill that you have to walk to go up there. Once you're there, you are able to like overlook the city, and Athens is filled with buildings. The buildings, the design, the architectural structure done on, especially here, the Acropolis, it's a beauty to see. And when we went there, they were still working. Big up Chloe, there's Chloe. Listen, the structure, the art, everything, look at and listen, it's like really slippery. So if you travel here, make sure you have comfortable shoes, like a sneakers with rough bottom, to be able to grip the stone that is there. Lots of stone. Listen, the heat felt like 200 degrees. But not lie you, the heat was heating. I felt like we were cooking. And listen, I'm a black girl, and you know when the heat touch your skin, I felt like I was being cooked. Take a look at the Acropolis. I took you all to Greece with me, showing you a little bit of what I did. So enjoy this.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
The sun literally was affecting the way how I really wanted to give like good aerial views, although I did not use a stick because I don't go out in public and vlog. People's privacy comes first for me, so I'm not a vlogger like that. I am more of a food, and I'll start to show little lifestyle vlogs. Listen, the Acropolis, it was a beauty. I give it 10 out of 10. I just wish they opened like late in the evening when it's like much cooler, but it's a beauty. Look at the city. It's such a beauty. It's a beautiful place. Listen, Greece is beautiful. Greece was lit. Not a lot of trees, mostly building, so it's really, really hot. And in July when we went, we heard it was not a good time. The heat was on. 10 out of a 10 Acropolis. Then here we are at the port in Athens, getting ourselves ready to head over to an island, Aina, to to travel from Athens to another island, it's either by boat or by air. We were trying in the morning to get to the port by bus. We couldn't manage, so we had to take an Uber, and the Uber charged us $45 and $5 to also just drop us off at the port. So we were ready to go take a boat. It was called Hellenic is the boat, which they say it's a speedboat and it's fast. Right there, Hellenic Seaways. We were ready for this excursion, although we heard it was supposed to be really hot weather on the island, but we wanted to like chance it. So we got ready and we're about to board. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful boat. Really beautiful. I felt like I could go in the water like all day, but this is like really deep water. At the port where all the ships, all the boats come. So to travel from island to island, it's either by boat or by air. The island Aina, if you've watched my Greece food video, is pistachio. Everything is pistachio on that island. So we boarded, and listen, this was almost empty. We didn't mind. It was almost empty, and it took us 1 hour from Athens to get to this island Aina. There goes Chloe. And this was me giving you a little view once we board and we were sitting down, what the dock itself looks like. Took a little nap on the way, then we got to Aina. Lots of bike, and listen, the sun was turned up over here. We literally started to walk and we spent maybe 3 hours on the island. But listen, we had to pay to get on another boat to get back to Athens because we couldn't manage the heat. The heat was eating. It was extremely hot. We were like sweating, and I did not have a hat on. Even if I did, I felt like I needed to be in a fridge. There's Chloe looking over on the boat. This was us heading back. So when we went to Aina, all we did was eat, and we sat, got some rest, and then at 12 we just decided let's get back to Athens, get some rest because it was like really, really hot. Once we got back to Athens, we tried to take the train by ourselves. I did not like it. It was a little scary. Then it was time to get back out to eat. We went back again to the rooftop. And here is a view of the whole city near where we stayed from the rooftop. Beautiful. Looking again at the Acropolis museum right up there on the hill. Then on to another day's excursion. We took the hop on hop off bus, and on a first stop we made at the oldest stadium where Olympics was held, I think in 1984. Listen, we couldn't even go inside. It was hot. There were persons walking around, but the heat was heating. We left there and then we headed to the largest museum in Athens. A very, very huge museum. We were dying to go inside because it was hot out. My friend Chloe is more fascinated with stuff like this, so listen, I was down for it. We needed to get some cool breeze, some nice AC. Really, really large museum. We also made other stops at this Byzantine Christian museum. We were not allowed to take pictures in. However, this one we were able to like make little videos, enjoy our trip to Athens. We enjoyed it. We had lots of fun. Not everywhere that we stopped we were able, or I was able to like do a vlog. I didn't have anything to like charge my phone, so that was an issue. Just little snippets. Greece, Athens was the bomb. Here we are on our way, heading out to depart Athens, and we were enjoying the beauty of Athens, heading to the airport. And of course our taxi driver was telling us or giving us a little history on Greece. Of course, Chloe already asleep. It was only me listening. The roads are small, the cars are small. I learned that petrol is like really, really expensive there. So the cars are like really tiny. People prefer to use like bikes to get around. Athens itself, they don't have like a different climate like the US. We were told that up further, like in the hills, there might be a little snow, but they don't get cold. It's not a cold place. Would I go back to Athens? Athens is the best. The food, the environment. I think people were friendly. People will normally stare you down, but listen, I'll stare back at you. We enjoyed it. We had fun. I learned a lot about olives. These are all olives that I'm showing you here. They export to places like Italy. I learned a lot about Athens. And then we landed, yes, from our cab at the airport, and there was chaos. This happened right when Microsoft had an issue, so there were backup of flights, delays, and of course our flights were delayed like really long. At almost 8:30 in the evening, we finally boarded our flight, and listen, layover in London, it was not fun, but we made it back safely home. We enjoyed our trip. And listen, yes, Chloe will be traveling somewhere else. Maybe not next year, but I enjoyed every minute, every moment of Greece. Besides the heat, the only thing I would complain about is I did not like the taste of the drinking water. Every water I tried, I really didn't like it. I think I preferred the tap water more than the bottled water. Did not learn a lot about the water and the different tastes. But this is London. We're landing in London at Heathrow Airport, and we were there until like almost midnight. By Athens, by London, you did us great. We enjoyed every minute, every moment. See you soon. 10 out of 10.